Only those who truly understand the value of listening more than you speak should keep watching. Otherwise, you will waste your time. But if you're here to level up, keep watching. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand the 7 things that silence does in those who can master it, that will command respect, captivate any audience, and lead with quiet strength. 1. Silence causes confusion for the opponent. Sun Tzu said, "Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak." Imagine a martial arts match where one fighter remains silent and calm. Instead of jumping around excited to fight, they remain stoic, composed, and stare their opponent down. The opponent, who is jumping like a kangaroo expecting a reaction, becomes confused and unsure. Their confidence wavers, and their strategy falls apart. Or imagine a young martial artist who challenged an older, more experienced master. The young fighter shouted insults and tried to provoke the master into attacking, but the master stayed silent, calm, and still. The young fighter became frustrated and lost his focus. When the match began, the master easily defeated him with precise and controlled moves. The young fighter's anger and confusion led to his downfall. As you see, once you lose your composure, you lose your advantage. Once someone can control your emotions, they control you. Think about that for a second. Once someone can control your emotions, they control you. How? They know what to say or what to do to make you act a certain way or do a certain thing. Their actions and words are the remote control to your behaviors, and they control you just like a TV. Instead, focus on building that quiet strength that disrupts the opponent's thoughts, words, and behaviors. This leaves them guessing. When you master silence, you can disarm your opponent without saying a word. This doesn't just apply to physical fights, but also to verbal arguments, negotiations, or any form of confrontation. 2. Silence eliminates distractions in interactions. Someone who truly understands silence eliminates all distractions, focusing entirely on the conversation. The philosopher Epictetus taught this idea. He taught that external distractions could only be silenced by a disciplined mind. Picture yourself in a crowded room, yet maintaining unwavering eye contact with the person you're speaking to. Even if your phone buzzes, your gaze doesn't wander. If you practice being in silence with just you and your thoughts, you will eventually build the power of focus. This focus helps in situations like you, in a crowded room, being able to pay attention to one person. Not only that, it shows respect but also amplifies your presence. It tells others that nothing else matters more than this moment, this interaction. 3. Silence attracts attention. In dating, there are 2 types of men that women are attracted to. The first is the extroverted guy. He is the guy that everybody knows. He dresses in fancy, loud-colored clothes and laughs loudly. He has plenty of stories of all the fun stuff that he has done and is always the life of the party. Women love this type of guy because he shows that go-getter attitude and that fearless nature. But there is also the introverted guy. He dresses modestly and tries to blend into the crowd. He doesn't bring attention to himself. Few people even realize that he's there due to how quiet he is. Believe it or not, women are also attracted to this type of man due to his mystery. In fact, most people naturally are drawn to this sort of individual, assuming they aren't a weirdo, because of that mystery. This person is quiet and they don't know about him, so they want to know. One brave person asks him a question, and the rest is history. The silent introvert finally talks, and when he does, it is filled with wisdom. And people respect his opinions instantly, even if they disagree. A great example of this contrast is Conor McGregor and Keanu Reeves. People know McGregor is loud and unashamed, and people flock to him for that. People know that Reeves is quiet, composed, but still kind, and people flock to him for that. Both are respected, both have attention and love from others. But because of human nature, by saying less, you compel others to lean in and listen more intently. Your words gain weight because they're not lost in a sea of noise and loudness. 4. Silence builds strength. Take the example of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who, despite his power, often chose silence over rash words. His restraint was also his greatest power. When you remain silent, you show that you're not easily swayed or provoked. It's a testament to your inner fortitude. This quiet strength speaks volumes, earning respect and admiration from those around you. 5. Silence helps you be free from pride and arrogance. A silent, stoic speaker is free from pride and arrogance. He does not let the reactions of others from the words he said change his feelings about the day or those people. Nor does he let words from others change his opinion about the day or himself. The statement simply is, the words have no power unless he gives them power. And putting emotion behind words gives those words power. Consider the tale of a humble king who, despite his vast empire, listened more than he spoke. He valued the wisdom of his advisors and subjects, understanding that arrogance is a barrier to growth. When you let go of pride, you open yourself to learning and understanding. You become approachable, and others are more willing to share their thoughts and ideas with you. This humility is a cornerstone of true leadership. 6. Silence can show that you are kind and considerate and have regard for others. People who are silent tend to be known for their kind and considerate regard for others. They listen with empathy and speak with compassion. What do you think of when you see an old village leader? Usually that person is kind, quiet, and always listening to the pains and worries of the people. This makes people respect the leader because they feel heard and understood. A good leader shows genuine interest in people. Their words become a source of comfort and guidance. The result, creating a positive impact on those around you. 7. Silence allows you to reflect. Reflective wisdom is about taking the time to ponder before you speak. It's about considering the impact of your words and choosing them carefully. Think of the philosopher Socrates, who was known for his reflective pauses. He'd consider every angle before responding, ensuring his words were measured and meaningful. This trait not only prevents misunderstandings, but also conveys deep thoughtfulness. It's about quality over quantity. Silence is just one aspect of the many in the world of self-improvement. Your job is to now pick one of the traits you want to work towards and decide for yourself that you want to develop it. Don't do it just because I said so, but because you want it for yourself. Break it down into small steps and pursue them relentlessly. So, if your goal is to practice the art of reflective wisdom, take a few moments of silence before responding to questions or comments. If life throws a curveball, don't react impulsively. Take a deep breath, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. If you want to dive even deeper into this topic, I made a video about the 12 principles for immediate life transformation. And don't miss the video on the top left, which is my most popular video to date, which is the 4 awful habits that make people disrespect you. Stay committed, stay focused, and never stop striving for greatness.